A helpful friend. Louisa opened her eyes. It seemed at first as if all that had happened since the days when these objects were familiar to her were the shadows of a dream. But gradually, as the objects became more real to her sight, the events became more real to her mind. She could scarcely move her head due to the pain and heaviness. Her eyes were strained and sore, and she was very weak. The presence of her little sister in the room did not attract her notice for some time. Even when their eyes had met and her sister had approached the bed, Louisa lay for minutes looking at her in silence. "When was I brought to this room?" asked Louisa. "Last night, Louisa," replied Jane. "Who brought me here?" asked Louisa again. "Sophie, I believe." "Why do you believe so?" "Because I found her here this morning," continued Jane. "She didn't come to my bedside to wake me, as she always does, and I went to look for her. She was not in her own room either, and I went looking for her all over the house, until I found her here taking care of you and cooling your head. The last thing I remembered was cycling down the road to the doctor," said Louisa as Jane bent down to kiss her sister. "You were too weak and you fainted while cycling. Luckily, Sophie was on the other side of the road, and she quickly called the doctor. The doctor came and attended to you. He gave you an injection and then drove Sophie and you home. Louisa was glad she was safely sleeping in her bed now. She was too feeble and needed more rest. She turned upon her pillow and heard no more."